Hey Travis kiddos, let's go over some of those subtraction strategies using our tools and manipulatives. Let's start with a subtraction problem without regrouping. We're going to do 15 minus 3. We're going to show it with our 10 frames using our counter dots. Just like with addition, we build our 10 frames left to right, top to bottom, and we start with 15. 10 on the top, 5 on the bottom. I can show that it's 10 and 5 on my number sentence here by splitting my 15 into a number bond with 10 and 5 separated. Now, when I subtract, I of course could just count backwards 15, 14, 13, 12 to get to the answer. However, I really want to focus on the place value of the tens and the ones so that when we build into bigger numbers, we're able to subtract by regrouping and so that we understand conceptually what we are doing with those big numbers. So building that foundation. So let's see, we have 5 in the 15 and we're taking away 3. We can take away 3 from the 5 down below. So I can just slide those off and I can show that on my whiteboard here, 5 minus 3. I'm left with 2 dots here. So 5 minus 3 left me with 2. Now I still have 10 up at the top. So I'm going to put those 10 back with the 2. And I'm going to add them together because we're putting them back together after we took them apart. We had the 10 kind of hang off on the side. We just left the 10 alone, focused on the ones with the 5 minus 3. Now we're going to put the 2 back together to build our whole number. So 10 plus 2 equals 12, which means that 15 minus 3 also equals 12. Let's try another one. Now we're going to work on 12 minus 6. So starting with my 12 in my 10 frames with my counter dots. And I'm going to show that 12 is 10 and 2. Again, I could count back here, but I want to practice subtracting with regrouping. So here I have 10 and 2, 10 and 2. I'm subtracting 6. Can I take 6 away from 2? Nope, I cannot. I would only have 2. So what I can do is find somewhere else to take away 6. I definitely have enough in my 10. So I'm going to take away 6 from my 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 10 minus 6 left me with 4 dots in that 10 frame. Now I need to put the 2 that I saved from the 12 back together with the ones I have left over. So I'm going to move those up into my top 10 frame. So I had 4 left over plus the 2 at the bottom, these into this, and I am left with 6 altogether. So 4 plus 2 equals 6, and 12 minus 6 equals 6. Hey, that's also a doubles fact. You might know that already when you look at the problem, but spelling out all the steps you take help you check to make sure you are not making any errors, to understand what you are doing in the problem. And our brains sometimes are actually doing those steps without realizing it. And this is just showing all the work in between. Now I want to show this problem again, but doing it a different way. So I'm going to start with 12 again. I have 12 in my 10 frames. I have 12 here, and there always is more than one way to solve a problem. So maybe splitting the 12 up into 10 and 2 and taking 6 away from the 10 is an easy visual here. Maybe it clicks well, maybe it doesn't. So there's always another way to look at the problem. One way was for the doubles fact. Another way is I can look at this as I have 10 and 2. I need to take away 6. I know I can take away some from my ones here in the two ones, but I'm gonna need to take away some more over here. So I can actually also split up the 6 I need to take away by splitting 6 into 2 and the other ones I need to take away. So I'm gonna do that by flipping my counters over to yellow so that I can distinguish them. So 2 here, and then I'm gonna keep counting till I get to 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I have 2 from the 12, from the ones here, and 4 in my 10. So 2 and 4 make up the 6. Now when I subtract, I can take the 2 away from the 2. Whoop. So I have 2 minus 2, and that left me with 0. And then I have 10 minus 4. So here I had my 10 and I have these 4 to take away. Whoop. 10 minus 4. And then I'm left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get to the same answer. 12 minus 6 equals 6, but doing it a different way. It might make more sense in your brain to split up the number you're subtracting to get to a 10 and then get to the smaller number after that. You can also look at it as 12 minus 2 equals 10 to start with. Either of those, as long as you continue to work from the 10 back. Let's try another problem both of those ways. This time we're starting with 14 and taking away 5. Now we'll start immediately by checking, can we take 5 away from 4? Nope, I don't have enough. So I have 2 options here for how to split it up into 10s and 1s to subtract. You have a lot more options than that to subtract, of course, but let's focus on these for now. So we have 10 and 4 for our 14. 10 and 4. Since I can't take away 5 from my 4, where can I find 5? Up here. So I can take away 5 from my 10. So 10 minus 5 equals 5. Now I have 5 left up at the top and 4 left at the bottom. My 4 that I split from the 14. So now I can scoot those up, elevator up, into my top 10 frame. Now I have 5 plus 4 equals 9. 14 minus 5 equals 9. Let's count back to double check. 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. We did it. Let's try it the other way, just in case you want to try another strategy or the other way makes a little bit more sense for you. We're still starting with 14, 10 and 4, 10 and 4, but this time we are going to split up that 5 that we're going to subtract so that we can take it away in parts. So we have 14, we need to take away 5. We have 4 here we could take away. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know that 5 is 4 and 1. So I can do 14 minus 4. Let me take these away first to get to 10. I could also do the 4 minus 4 to get to 0 and then start working with my 10. Either way, whatever makes the most sense to you. Now, I still have 1 left over from the 5. So I need to do 10 minus 1 to get to 9, the ones that are left over. And still, 14 minus 5 equals 9. There are always many strategies you can use to solve a problem, and ultimately you want to use the one that works best for you, but this will hopefully help you visualize and understand the different ways that we practice subtraction, and eventually we can just jump to mental math and shortcut strategies. Have fun and happy learning!